Welcome to another edition of From the Great Beyond. I'm your co-host for the evening, Tolo. I know this looks like the final supper. I really hope this isn't the final podcast. I'm joined by these wonderful, beautiful degenerates. It is a beautiful day to be alive. Beautiful weather outside. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Sitting to my left, we got
Franco.
the greatest mustache this side of the Mississippi. It takes him 4 hours just to comb one side.
Just to curl it.
Yeah, we next to Franco, we got
Psych Nephilim in the house.
Psych Nephilim. And we got, next to me, you got
Brody right here. You already know. And right next to me, we got Mr.
Say homie alto. Hit me up.
at Illustrates
Illustrates.
on Instagram.
Anything.
Hell yeah, we got the man behind the camera, like always, Jesus, Jesucito.
HMG.
What up, Zeus?
In the flesh.
Homegrown.
And we got our beat reporter out there, Acro.
Yo, what's up?
Acro's got some great Hopi stories, bro. He knows about the ant people and all that good stuff.
Oh,
so
yeah, dude.
Indeed.
We
We're gonna have
definitely
to-
got to speak a little.
Definitely, we're going to have to go a little deep into that.
Hey, you think that might go as far as the swap meet happening across the way right there?
What'd you say?
You think so? You
might.
think it got the range for that?
On the other side of the alley?
Yeah.
Let's try
We
it.
should we should test
Possibly.
that.
Let's try it.
Hey, so check this out. Last night I learned a cool story about this place. Some homeless people died in where the ducks are, dude. They were trying to break into school or some shit, and they ended up
Hey.
dying in there. And it was during Christmas vacation, so they didn't find out till the kids got back to school. So you already probably know how that read. I'm telling you, I heard noises last night, bro, before I even knew that story in the ducks. So be careful.
Yeah,
Ducks
everybody
back in
heard
that night.
noises here when it first opened up.
What do you know about that story, Acro? Is it big in your school right now?
In the beginning, when we moved in, yeah, everybody was scared. Nobody wanted to be in class alone.
Who told you that story? How did you find out about it?
Before the school, we would break in, go ghost hunting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Indeed.
Well, where were we at first? We're on location.
We're at Hope High School.
Hope High School, the KDAF
High School.
lot, and Acro's one of the students here at Hope.
Indeed.
And so he's helping us out for today. So that's Acro's background as it relates to the space and the group up here.
Acro has his own radio show, right?
Indeed, Big Boys Room,
Big Boys Room. What days
Yep.
is that on?
Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday,
Monday, Tuesday, Thursday.
11.
102.9 KDIF.
Indeed.
Can they also catch it on KDIF.org?
Of course.
Hell yeah, always. So Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays,
Always.
10 a.m.,
11.
11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time.
Yep.
That's what we're saying. That's
Lunch
what
break.
we're doing.
We're about to hit that
MST.
where the time changes, time zone change, right?
Yep. Time zone change not for us though. That's for the Pacific Coast.
Yeah.
We
Pacific
always stay the
Coast.
same. So
Yeah,
Mikey's all confused. I tell him we're
We're
Mountain
not
Standard
going
Time.
anywhere.
That
we-
will never change.
We're right here. Shout out to Miguelito and King J. They're in Mesa setting up the Sandbox Music Festival. Let's get we're gonna do a little thing with the conspiracy. So let's get one of our audience members to read one of them out. Acro, they're right there, like right next to you.
Yeah.
No, next to it. There you go. Have her pick one out, or you pick it.
It's not pick it out the bag. It's
There
not
you
a
go.
hat trick.
Go have her read that. There you go. Look at Acro, man. He's a natural. You should be doing like jokes, dude, on your way there.
Hey,
Making fun of the person you're gonna ask.
We're gonna have Mars read one too.
So we're picking out random. I have a bag of conspiracy theories, music conspiracy theories. We're gonna have her read the first one out.
What's your name?
What's your name?
Angel.
Angel.
Tupac is Alive, the first posthumous Tupac album, The Don
Illuminati.
Illuminati.
The 7-Day Theory was recorded under the name Machiavelli. This was a reference to Niccolo Machiavelli, the famous Italian politician, philosopher, and historian. Machiavelli was also proponent of faking one's death to retain power, combined with cover art depicting Tupac as a resurrected Black Jesus, and how the record coincided with his death. Theories that Pac himself had faked his death proliferated. Sightings and rumors that he escaped to Cuba, that Pac was spotted in a video rocking sneakers that were only released after he'd passed, that he'd been caught on camera flourished.
What do you think? Is Tupac alive? What's your opinion on that?
It's possible.
Ah,
You think he's still alive? Let's say he faked his death and he probably died in Cuba. Fidel's peeps got to him, his henchmen.
oh shit.
You know who Tupac is, Acro? That's before your
Yeah,
time.
I do.
You mess with Tupac or what?
Always.
What's your favorite Tupac jam?
Fuck, what is the name? It is.
Brenda's Got a Baby?
Nah. It's that joint
Get Ar-
he
I Get
sampled. What would you do for love?
Oh, okay. Is that,
Or
what's
is
the name
that-
of that song?
Do you know who he sampled the beat was?
Erica
For
Badu.
love.
Yeah, it's Bobby Caldwell.
Yeah, there you go. That track.
What do you think? Is Tupac dead or alive?
The lawyer?
He's chilling. He's chilling somewhere
You
in
think so?
paradise. Yeah.
You think people have success, in modern day successfully faked their death? Have you guys seen that fake Steve Jobs in India?
I want to say, yeah, they get tired of the whole fame and all the money. They don't know what to do with it.
Like,
So,
I'm gonna
might-
fake my own death.
right? Might as well.
That's true,
Got nothing
especially
else to do.
He was
Especially
just
if you have-
bored,
he was just bored.
conquered everything already. He's like,
Yep.
let's make it interesting.
This life sucks. Let me fake my death.
Yeah. Let's go to Cuba, smoke Cubans all day, and
We do have a Machiavelli shirt for sale if you guys want to scoop it up.
Hey,
exclusive, one of one.
Yeah, that's right. It was the promo copy. Remember,
It
that was the
was,
one
yeah.
and done.
What are you selling?
We're selling T-shirts right there. You know, we got like 1,000 people out here. They're fucking gonna sell out so quick.
Yeah, and you gotta let
So
them
grab
know
'em
it's
while they're
digging in the
hot.
crates.
Yeah, our new series, Digging in the Crates, brought to you by Nephilim and Tolo. Make sure to check them out. We already sold a couple. I sold the Dr. Doom. That was the first one to leave the office. What's your take on that?
On the Tupac
on the
thing.
Pac, yeah.
So, if you know, if you think realistically, I would say most likely he would be dead, just because you know, like when he did get shot, and you know, people did know he was in the hospital and stuff. You know, it was pretty apparent that he was on his last breath, but there's a lot of speculation that after he dropped the Illuminati album, that he did have a large amount of money that was owed, and he wanted out of that contract through Death Row. So I guess the conspiracy is that he faked his death to get out of because he was pretty much broke with Death Row. He was gonna leave Death Row, release all the music that he had, that he pretty much like Prince, like he had all this music that was not released to the public that was still his, so he could have still made a living. But there's even more bigger conspiracy that says Dr. Sebi gave him a spot to live out there in another country, and that Tupac is living out there on some Dr. Sebi land. Boom, go
Doctor
research
Who?
that
Is
one.
it that doctor they
CB?
killed?
The one that
Nipsey Hussle loved?
Nipsey was
Part of-
coming out with that documentary
With the
about.
smoothies?
So, yeah, that's another conspiracy just to dive into. Go see if you could find Tupac living on some Dr. CB land out there.
I'm gonna look into that one. I've never heard that theory.
Yeah.
Franco, what's your take on Tupac being dead or alive?
Real quick though. On the album though, if you do listen to the Machiavelli album, like one thing is right at the beginning, it does say, like there's a small little snippet, kind of you could barely hear it, and a lot of people say that it says, Suge shot me.
I've heard that one.
Oh yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's a nice
It
little.
does sound like you say that. We played it over and over.
Yep.
Franco, did Suge shoot him or did he fake his death?
I don't know, but what I do know is every time I go to Vegas and I go through the intersection,
You see a Tupac lookalike?
I try and make sure I either have a little shot for him or, you know, do a little piece up, send up some smoke signals from whatever I'm doing at the time. But that's a Corval and Flamingo. So if you've ever been to Vegas, it's like one block east of the main strip.
Of the main strip?
Right
you're
by
on
the
Flamingo.
Motel 7.
But yeah, I don't know, you know. Like the audience member. What was the young lady's name? Angel.
I believe Angel.
Yeah, it was Angel, the
I
one
don't
who
know. There's
left.
thousands of people out there. I can't even see
Yeah.
where she's at
Where's
anymore.
she
I
at?
don't know,
She's
man.
lost.
She's
Oh, she's,
lost.
Lost in the crowd
she's
already.
behind the skinny gentleman right there.
Oh, there you go.
She's by the food trucks.
Where?
I saw
Oh, she
food
is.
trucks out there.
I don't know if they're open yet though. The doors
Yeah.
are still closed. But it's no, but I mean, you know, he could be. He could be alive. He could be dead. I don't know. My world ain't gonna change.
That's true. Whether he's dead or alive, right?
So, but if you wanted to answer for the crowd, would you favor? Because I know it's just a guesstimate right now, but you think he's dead or you think
Yeah,
he's
I
alive?
think he's dead.
Think he's dead? All
I'm
right.
going with dead.
Yeah.
Alto?
I think he's dead. That's for sure.
Yeah.
He has to be dead, right?
I think the bigger conspiracy theory is on who did it and
Yeah.
why.
Suge Knight.
He had a lot of enemies, though.
Suge Knight, so he wouldn't get out of that contract, or it was his last album actually, right? Machiavelli,
Right.
under the contract.
Yep.
So kill him off and just live off his residuals, man. He became the biggest rap artist of all time. That moment he died,
Yeah.
shit was over, man. I was already heavy into that All Eyes on Me and all that good
Yeah.
stuff.
Well, you better get your hopes back up because he is alive, Tolo.
Oh.
Oh, Brody,
Oh.
throwing that curveball. Why do you think
Yeah.
he's alive?
Because he is, man. There's just too much. His name's still alive till this day. It still comes up, you know. And
He's alive
there's
in our
gotta be
hearts.
something that's been seen or heard, and he's out there, dude.
Yeah, I think Tupac's dead, and I think Suge shot him, just like the Machiavelli album says. But then remember he also says, "Rest in peace" to Biggie on one of his songs.
Yeah.
He's like, "Rest in peace to my motherfucking Biggie Smalls," and Biggie Smalls died before him, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, after him.
After.
After him. So like, how do you know?
Yeah. Or he
Yeah.
could have just been saying like, you know, talking shit and saying like, you know, rest in peace, like, you know.
But the
and-
song then it goes into like talking good about people.
Oh, never
Nah, I
mind.
don't know. Man, hey, bro.
Shout
Funkero,
out, shout
Funk
out to
Machine.
Funk Machine.
Can you put? You see that stack of papers right there? Can you grab one?
And
Shout
read,
out- shout out to
we're gonna
Tony.
have you
Grab one of
Acro,
them and go to my man Acro. You're gonna.
You're gonna read this conspiracy Funk Machine.
We got Funk Machine from the Phoenix Funkeros in the building.
Rude boy.
Say what's up, Funk Machine.
Yeah, you're gonna read it. Go ahead and say what's up to the people on the mic.
What up, everyone?
Who's on the mic?
Got Funk Machine.
Funk Machine, Phoenix Funkeros.
Calm down.
Oh, hold on. The crowd's mobbing them. Make sure you protect them, Acro.
No, man.
All right. Go ahead and read that
Go
for
ahead.
us.
All right, Jimi Hendrix was murdered.
Jimi Hendrix was murdered.
Yep.
Who?
Jimi Hendrix was
Oh,
murdered.
okay, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix's 1970 death was mysterious from the beginning. An ambulance crew found his body in the hotel room of a woman he just met with the door wide open and wide open. An autopsy, however, was more straightforward. The coroner suggested but did not confirm Hendrix's cause of death as barbiturate, inducted inhalation of vomit. He was 27.
Barbiturates.
Is it?
He
Probably.
was 27.
Barbiturate, yeah.
Are those glasses prescribed?
Are those glasses prescribed, sir? Is the paper too bright?
It is. Fast forward a few decades, and a former roadie put forward a conspiracy theorist dream scenario. James Tappy writes that former manager Michael Jeffrey admitted to killing Hendrix by purposely giving him pills and wine. I had to do it, Wright said. Jeffrey told him in the 2009 book, Jimmy was worth much more to me dead than alive. Fearing that Hendrix was about to drop him, Wright had taken out a life insurance policy on the guitarist. According to Wright, meanwhile, a counter theory, of course, blamed his murder not on Jeffrey, but on the mafia.
See, that's another Tupac conspiracy. How I just said Suge Knight killed him to get the residuals from the albums. You know, make him the biggest star. Pretty much saying that his manager, Jimmy's manager, purposely gave him shit to overdose on and the wine, and just so, because he said that he admitted to someone, right? Where's that paper? He admitted
to
to
one of the
somebody
roadies.
that he killed them because he said, in quotes, Jimmy's worth more to me dead than alive. That's that
crazy.
Suge Knight shit right there.
Well, and then he took a life insurance plan out on his life too.
Yeah.
The manager did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that in there? I don't know. if
No.
He was jacking them the whole time, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So it says, yeah, fast forward a few decades, and former roadie put forward a conspiracy theorist dream scenario. James Tappy Rice said former manager Michael Jeffrey admitted to killing Hendrix by purposely giving him pills and wine. So yeah, he did that shit on purpose, dog. What do you guys think? Did he do it on purpose?
You know what's crazy?
Or is
This-
Jimmy just a degenerate?
This is the first. This is the first piece of conspiracy information that I know nothing about.
That
So,
Jimi Hendrix?
Nice.
You guys got me on this one.
And there's also there was rumors that Jimmy was going to fire him.
Yeah.
So he was going to fire him. Then so he was going to lose his job for his cash cow, and then he was also going to. He took the life insurance policy out on him.
That's
suspicious
crazy.
alone right there.
I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say yeah, he killed him for the money because that's a pretty common theme in the music industry, anyways.
Like Michael
On
Jackson.
planet Earth.
Man, hey, really, dude, we should get into that. Roger Troutman, you know, he was killed by his own brother.
Oh yeah,
you
his
know what I mean?
Bernal.
Yeah.
And then he committed suicide or something, right? I
No,
can't remember.
he was gonna leave the band. Roger was already breaking out on his own, and the oldest brother, the one that was kind of like the main like glue for the group and stuff, he ended up shooting him in an alley.
Snapped, right?
Just lost it, probably. You know, like man, he's gonna leave. Like we're not gonna. You know, Roger was pretty much like the big staple of the band.
That's
But-
true.
Yeah, so I say Jimmy was probably killed by his manager for the residuals, because like they say, you're worth more dead than alive in most cases when it comes to art and you know.
Especially if you're
music.
about to get fired.
That too, kind of like Selena's, you know, her.
Selena
fan-
Gomez?
Yeah, her fan. No, not.
That was a crazy fanatic.
That old lady that shot her.
Yeah.
She used to run her
Her
fan club,
fan
and then
club,
she
mhm.
jacked all the money.
You're talking about the maid
I
from
remember
the
seeing
Goonies?
that live, man. Remember
Yeah.
seeing that live on the news?
Yeah, she was in the truck inside like
Yeah.
a hotel or
No
some shit.
standoff and everything.
For like
remember that
hours
shit,
till
dude.
like the nighttime. They finally got her ass out of there.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
What do you guys think about that Jimi Hendrix? You guys got an opinion on that?
Jimi Hendrix. Yeah, I don't know really not much about it, but yeah, he was most likely set up. Typical what happens in the music industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen a little mini doc on it. There's a series on YouTube called Final 24, and they cover a lot of people's deaths, and Jimi Hendrix is one of them. And they said that on that one they did research and that he didn't do acid as much as people said he did. Like he wasn't putting the slabs on his forehead and all that.
Cutting his
That
forehead.
was all a myth?
That was all part of like this operation called COINTELPRO, ran by the government, where they smear peaceful protesters and musicians and artists and all that. And there's like a smear campaign by the government.
Like a peaceful protest kind of thing?
Well, like when Jimi Hendrix was like very anti-system, you know, he was against all of that. And then a couple other people that were on that list were too, Bob Marley and all that. And what happens is when they pass away, they try to smear their memory, making them seem more like drug addicts and things like that. So that's where that whole thing came from with Jimi Hendrix. And on that show, they cover it pretty detailed. Like,
I have to watch that, dude.
Yeah, me too.
They
That's
tracked down
sick.
like the paramedics to get their report.
It's dope that that conspiracy came out because we kind of talked about it a little bit. Remember I mentioned like his anniversary from his death? His accidental overdose might have not been accidental.
Yeah, I
Ever-
think his manager had ties to the mafia, so he could have owed them money, you know. And then he was like, "All right, we'll just," or he paid them, you know, and take this fool out.
Take him out.
Well, there's another one because Jimi Hendrix was in the army, right?
Yeah.
And there's, I thought this is one you're getting at. I'm actually going to try and find the information, but it's essentially a lot of these peaceful artists. Their parents are actually high-ranking officials in the military, so it was a way to oh crap, I forgot what they were doing, but they're basically trying to make everybody all drug-induced. What you're basically saying.
Yeah.
And it was a father, like it's Mama Cast from the Mamas and the Papas. I'll find the actual list, but it's a pretty crazy situation.
Yeah, you could look that up. That's called COINTELPRO. That was the actual name of the operation ran by the government.
The government runs so many fucking underground programs and studies that we don't know.
They were working on this machine that can do like, what was that movie called with Leonardo DiCaprio, Inception, where they can implant thoughts to people's brains, dude. So it was a trip, dude.
What the
I didn't know
hell?
about that. And that's like there's a patent for it and everything. It
Oh,
was a federal program.
so remember we're talking about Donald Trump's inquiry or whatever, however you pronounce that word. I'm a paisa. less than 24 hours later, they said there's not enough whatever evidence to impeach him, so they dropped that quick. Remember, we're all like, they're not gonna do anything. But I didn't think it was gonna be that quick.
It's all publicity stunts, man.
That's all it is.
You know, they're getting, you know, Pelosi ain't the cleanest person out there.
Acro,
Yeah,
how's it
for
looking
politics.
out there in the crowd?
Crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy.
We got another. Let's get another person.
Another
on there.
person.
This gentleman right here.
This gentleman
This
right
is
here.
Person X. He doesn't want to let his name be known.
He's
he has
an
problems.
abductee from the past.
Yep, what's going on, guys? My name is Person X.
That's
Person
it.
X.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Person X.
Yes, sir. So, we got it says, Paul McCartney has been dead for years. Paul McCartney has spent the third act of his career crisscrossing the globe on a seemingly never-ending tour. Or Paul McCartney's body double has.
Oh, I heard that.
Anyways, a very popular theory dating back to 1969 suggests that the former Beatles star actually died in the mid-60s, and they covered it up by hiring a lookalike. Then, for reasons that aren't completely understood, the Beatles began leaving clues for the fans to figure out the whole scam.
Nice.
His body
We'll get
double's
you
been
next
out
time.
there.
They said he died in
Thank
that
you,
car
Person-
crash.
Person X, what do you think about that conspiracy?
Um,
Do you mess with the Beatles at all?
yeah, a couple of songs I know of them.
Yellow Submarine.
But
Yeah, some bangers.
that would be crazy if they did hire
Your body double to
yeah.
just go
and
tour.
just kept touring, you know. Like,
What, they couldn't find the John Lennon lookalike?
I guess not. But they left a bunch of clues and stuff, so you know.
What do you think, Acro, about Person X's theory about this whole Paul McCartney thing?
It's crazy.
Do you believe in Paul McCartney?
Do you believe him?
Do I believe in Paul?
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry.
way
He's
before your
one of
time.
the original members of the Beatles. So they pretty much changed the game in music. They made like what people understand to be kind of like the rock like sound
yeah,
for
yeah,
like
yeah.
Boom bap rock.
teenagers. Yeah, boom.
What's that boom bap rock?
Hey, I got a question. Did Funk Machine ever say if he believed that his that the Jimi Hendrix manager killed him or not?
Oh yeah, what do you think? Go.
Yeah.
Can you talk to
Acro,
our
get back in there real quick.
Acro? Yeah, we need acrobatic.
If you can find
Acrobats,
it,
look
if
at
you can
him
find him through the
flying
crowd.
with
Yeah,
his
hold on.
acrobats.
He has to make his way through
Hold
like
your
200
hand. Hold your hand
people.
up, Funk Machine. Oh, there he is. All right.
We couldn't find him in the sea of people.
He probably did it. I mean, anything for the money, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah,
I like
anything
that.
will backstab anyone for some cheddar.
I could see that.
Yeah.
It's like a consensus.
Sounds pretty accurate.
Fools get killed for.
That Paul McCartney one's interesting, right? A body double in the '60s. So
I got some insight on that
MI6?
joint.
They
What's
had
your-
like a Paul McCartney lookalike contest on TV.
Yep.
Right before he passed.
right before he passed, so they picked him
Oh,
out.
already right there.
All right,
Conspiracy
here it
right
goes,
there.
guys. This is what I know.
We're gonna talk about his feet.
So apparently, Paul McCartney was driving home. I forgot the type of car, but he was driving and it was really wet outside. It was
Aston
raining,
Martin.
and he was it? Nah, it was older. It was probably an older car, probably like a Carmen Ghia, something like that. And he was
British
out there.
car.
He was slipping and sliding in the rain. But the thing is he was thinking about
First mistake.
leaving the band or something like that. But when he crashed, apparently he died on impact. So they were like, "Yo, this is gonna be detrimental to the band." So they did the lookalike contest, and also they had to know how to sing and stuff too. So they got the new Paul McCartney. He had some facial surgery, and then they started making music again. But on every album after that, they started feeling bad about the real Paul McCartney being dead. So they started putting little messages in the album
Play 'em
covers
backwards.
and in the music. So like, for instance, when you see them on the Abbey Road, when they're all walking, Paul McCartney's the only dude not wearing shoes, and he's also wearing a separate color than all the rest of them.
That's an iconic cover too.
Yep, and then
Iconic.
all of those covers. So then in
That
Sergeant
Sgt. Pepper.
Pepper's, yeah, the Sergeant Pepper's band,
lot.
apparently it says R.I.P. Paul up in the flowers on the floor, and then you got you know, crazy dude. There's some crazy ass shit on there too. Oh wait, we can't cuss. Huh?
Yeah, we can.
Oh, okay.
There's like a song that you play backwards too, and they're saying that he's dead.
Yeah. Yep. And then they also have Aleister
He's
Crowley
dead.
on that cover too. Just a little heads up for you conspiracy theorists too.
Mr. Crowley.
Who's Aleister Crowley for the listeners that don't know?
Mr. Crowley is the founder of the Devil Church, right?
No. He's he's the he started the Order of the Dawn, the Golden Dawn. It's a
I got a golden dawn.
ancient like
Gold member,
They
the
follow
Golden
like
Dawn.
Babylon stuff. Yeah, Golden Dawn. Yep.
He
And-
inspired the guy that started the Church of Satan, though.
Something like that, though, right? He's
Oh,
involved in one
that's
way or
way
another.
down the line. This guy is way before. So Aleister Crowley,
He
he
did like black magic, right?
he named himself the Beast, and he was the self-proclaimed Beast of Babylon. And what he did was he did these things called they were called the Babylonian works, and he basically started sex romancing like all this like evil stuff. So he was like having gay sex, doing drugs to open up portals to hell.
Well, that sounds like my type of party. Where can I
Aleister
sign
Crowley.
up?
Look him up.
No wonder
Aleister
his
Crowley.
fucking his
Beasting out there.
yeah,
Yeah,
his,
but
his cold got so big.
He
So he
originated
killed
the
Paul
term
McCartney?
beast mode.
No. He's just kind of like he's like a lot of these people. He's an influencer for a lot of these people.
Oh, yeah.
Cookies.
Yeah. So that's my take. I feel Paul McCartney. I think there's a big conspiracy out there about it, and I think that it is possible this is just another version of. Hey, he's still alive too. Just to let you guys know.
Who?
Crowley?
The
Paul
real?
McCartney. No.
Oh.
I'm saying
Or
like you know
whoever's-
how
Whoever's Paul
John
McCartney.
Lennon's gone, and then
So you
know,
don't think
the-
Paul McCartney's the body double?
I think it is. I think
Well,
it's a fake Paul McCartney,
fake
not
Paul?
the original. I think the original got his head decapitated in that car accident way back when.
Like a
So
part
it's
that
over
we
there at
didn't
Walt
touch on
Disney.
was, hold on. A part that we didn't touch on was that one of them was on his deathbed and released a tape confessing that Paul McCartney did die and his body double and all that.
Who?
The drummer, right? Or what's his name?
That's
Ringo
Ringo
Starr.
Still
Starr.
alive.
No. Just,
John Lennon?
no.
Harrison.
Yeah.
George
like-
Harrison.
Oh,
George Harrison Ford.
But he
Yeah,
said that?
there's like a tape or something that he recorded, and it's like a deathbed confession about it all. That he really did die, and they were using a body double.
What?
I mean, that sounds pretty legit to me. That sounds more legit than faking your own death. Nah, what do you think's harder, to fake your own death or to have a body double out there performing as you?
Well,
Like, imagine if a fake Franco comes, like, we'll know right away. As soon as I touch his wee-wee, I'm like, dude,
This
that's
isn't
way
golden.
bigger. Yours is way bigger, fake Franco.
there's a lot less hair down here.
Yeah, exactly. See, there you go. That mustache isn't real. I'll pull it off. It's one of those dollar store with the glasses and the nose.
yo. So one of the audience members brought it to the attention. They found this on the floor and they were reading it a little bit more. So they wanted it to be known that there was a couple other fan theories. They hear John Lennon saying, "I buried Paul at the end of Strawberry Fields Forever." That the car accident that took his life is specifically referenced in A Day in the Life, and that the procession on the cover of 1969's Abbey Road is actually to Paul McCartney's funeral. And then it says, it talks about the shoes and all that stuff that I was telling you guys about earlier. And then it says, Paul McCartney swiped a line from Mark Twain using a statement that said, "Rumors of my death have been greatly exaggerated." Later in a BBC interview, McCartney pushed back harder, though apparently to no avail. "If the conclusion you reach is that I'm dead, then you're wrong," he said, "because I'm alive and living in Scotland."
Dude, I got this fucking crazy thing that I found out. It's in one of those papers, but I'm just gonna bring it out. Fuck it, because if you slow down Nicki Minaj's music, she sounds exactly like Jay-Z. It's crazy,
That's
dude.
like the trippiest thing ever.
It's like the trippiest thing ever. Can you plug in music somehow with the phone? we can't put music on there?
Yeah, we.
How can we put music on here?
You could do it through the
Unplug
mixer.
the radio. Unplug
Oh,
that.
no, here, I could do it. Watch out. Not even. I got you, homie. I got this.
Oh, we're good over here.
Yep, I'm gonna put in one of these inputs right here.
But
Check it
so
out,
you
dude.
play
You
any
guys-
Beyonce track backwards, or what? Or you slow it down and it sounds like Jay-Z?
No, not Beyonce.
Nicki
Nicki
Minaj.
Minaj, dude.
Oh, what?
Watch, dude. You guys are gonna flip out. I was tripping on this.
The hip hop conspiracy theory.
All you gotta do is Google Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z, and you're gonna get the.
Wonder if Nicki
This is
Minaj
gonna be
is
like
in
the first
Illuminati
video.
now.
But there's a bunch of videos of them doing it, and dude, I was like, what the fuck is going on, dude? Am I tripping or what? All right, let me try to come in on the low volume so I don't blow.
Yeah, on Snopes it says the Paul McCartney thing's false. I mean, you know, take that for what you will.
The Paul McCartney thing is
Yeah.
false.
Who said it was false?
Snopes,
I can't hear anything.
SNOPES.
Am I the
Snopes.
right one?
They're the like you've. Well, how would you explain Snopes, Alto?
Snopes, they're just like a fact-checking site.
There you go.
So they'll go and they'll hear like theories and all that. 'Cause they're online, and then they go and they fact check it. They get all their sources, they cite the sources there and everything, so you can check it for yourself too.
Check it out. This is Nicki Minaj slowed down.
They got half face.
This one is for the boys with the booming system. Top town AC with the coolest system. When he come up in the club, he be blazing up. Got stacks on deck like he's saving up. And he ill, he real, he might got a deal. He pop bottles and he got the right kind of bill. He cold, he dope, he might sell coke. He always in the air, but he never play couch. He a motherfucking drip drip.
And it works on any Nicki Minaj
Make a
song.
drip drip, kiss him on a lip lip. That's the kind of dude I was looking for. And yes, you get slapped if you're looking old. I said, excuse me, you're a hell of a
Wild.
How crazy is that? Does that sound like just like Jay-Z or what?
That was Nicki Minaj.
So is that Nicki or is that Jay-Z? Is Jay-Z really Nicki Minaj or is Nicki Minaj really Jay-Z? Who's been writing and spitting for who?
That's why she looks like that. That's why it's all fake. It's like a bat suit that Jay-Z puts on.
I wonder if you speed up Jay-Z's song, does it sound like Nicki Minaj? Because if it doesn't, then that means Nicki Minaj is Jay-Z. If Finkel is Ray, or
Einhorn.
if Nicki is Jay and Jay is Nicki.
I think that's the perfect reference.
From
Yep.
Ace
Ray
Ventura.
Finkel
Ventura.
and yep,
When nature
Einhorn and Finkel.
So Nicki killed Jay-Z,
Whoa.
or he faked his death.
Faked his death. Ooh, I like
Jay-Z's
that.
living two lives, man. That's what's going
Wait,
on.
is there Jay-Z sped up though?
He got
I've never
tired-
looked that one up yet.
Oh,
He got tired of doing the gangster rap stuff, so he went into like club bangers.
But there is a bunch of Nicki slowed down and sounding just like Young Hov in the building.
well, you could speed up a Jay-Z easy. You just
Download an app or
no,
something.
no, you just on your playback, you just speed it up on your on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know
Or I
that.
have the records and you could just speed them up that way too.
Do you have the records
Do you have a Nicki record?
right now?
I don't
On
have a
you?
Jay-Z record with me, no.
I might have one in the studio.
I wanted a Nicki
I
Minaj
don't
I think
record.
you do.
No.
I don't think I do.
What do you think, Acro? Did that sound kind of like Jay-Z to you?
Do you know who
Yeah.
Jay-Z is?
Yeah,
Do you know who
It
Nicki
did.
Minaj is?
Do you like Jay-Z?
yeah, I do.
You do?
The track he did with
That's
Ninth Wonder.
Beyonce's husband.
What was it called?
The track he did with Ninth Wonder.
Ninth Wonder?
Ninth Wonder.
Yeah, Ninth Wonder's dope. The producer, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we talking about. So
What you
yeah,
got?
what do you guys think? Jay-Z's Minaj or Minaj Jay-Z?
I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that it's Nicki Minaj, and she's Jay-Z.
The guy with the beard with the hand up? Okay. Yeah. You can read
Gentleman
one.
over there.
what's your name,
What's your name, sir?
Mario,
What's
Mario.
up, Mario?
It's not Mario Mars though from the Funkeros.
Mars One.
We promise you that.
Yeah, it's a totally
What up,
different
Mars
guy.
One in the house?
What up? What up?
Yeah, so many people.
It's gonna be the
packed up in
Jay-Z
here.
one.
I got to give my opinion on that,
No.
on the
you-
Jay-Z
If
thing.
you want, yeah,
What do
fuck
you
yeah.
Yeah, give us your opinion,
Opinion
on
and
that.
then
real
read
quick.
that.
Honestly, I don't know. I forgot what the conspiracy was about.
There's not. They just sound alike.
The one I'm reading right now says she was a skater girl, Esquire.com. The theory, sometime between 2002 and now, Avril Lavigne died and was replaced by an actress. The proof, there are a number of before and after photos that show different marks on her body and an altered shape of her nose and face. Oh, and also clues in her lyrics from the Avril actress trying to tell the truth to her fans.
But neither of them could sing.
Never heard of that one.
They both suck at singing and acting.
And
Make
what's
sure you
your what's your thought on that, Mario?
I have. That's my first time ever even hearing about that, dude. So I mean,
Me
maybe.
too. I've never heard that one.
Maybe. I mean,
That's a tough one.
I don't know.
I think I
can't
believe
answer
Paul
that one.
McCartney's more than that one. If I had to put my money on one or the other.
I care about Paul
Snopes debunked
McCartney's
it
losing
already.
the other one.
That one's kind of retarded too.
But yeah,
That's
Avril,
pretty special needs.
I don't really fuck with Avril Lavigne, so I don't really have an opinion. I'm pretty sure she's like the little white girl, right? The skater girl.
She's the one that sang
Yeah.
the song at SNL. And no, that was the other one.
No, that
Ashley
was
Simpson.
April
She
Simpson.
was only around for like one or two songs, anyways.
She was.
Which one?
Did Avril Lavigne?
I know she makes movies now or something.
Nobody
right?
cares about her.
She
Well,
just
yes,
won an
she's
Oscar.
actress.
She just won an Oscar for her
Yeah.
role in La Bamba
7
Part
years,
2.
12 years a slave.
She was,
Bob's wife.
Bob's ex-wife. Bob's new wife. Dog. He left Rosie for Lavigne. I mean, he moved to Lavigne.
that's a good one.
To her is dirty.
Hey, I want to read one.
You want to read one?
Yeah.
Handle
Is
it.
that one right there?
Yep.
Go for it.
All right. It says record labels own stock in prisons to sell music that will send people to prison. The secret meeting that changed rap music and destroyed a generation is one of the most pernicious myths in hip-hop history. The story discusses a meeting held in 1991 between industry insiders who had invested in private prisons and decided that gangster rap would be the perfect style of music to promote criminal culture and shunt the country's youth into prisons, thus leading to greater profits. So I don't even have to read the rest. I definitely believe that that's true. I definitely think that the COINTELPRO part of that program was to infiltrate all the communities of color and to basically break up those communities, and especially with things like rap music where you could spin a positive twist on that. You could basically reach millions of people with that platform. And so what they did is they just made the record labels buy into the gangster rap and the drug dealing and like, you know, just misogyny of women, all that stuff, and that's what they sell us because it does destroy the community.
No, that's one. Yeah, that's one I could really put my money on. Government had maybe a thing or two to do with it, maybe not.
They have a lot to do with it, yeah, because privatized prison industry is the biggest industry that they got, where it's free labor and they're making money off of it too.
Because remember,
Big money.
Dr. Dre was like a little funk machine, and now
Yeah.
and they started becoming a gangster rap.
He was on
But they were like doing like the, you know, the DJ thing. They had a whole group of they were like a DJ group. What was their name?
World class record.
World Class
Yeah,
Wrecking
World
Crew.
Class
dude.
Wrecking
It was him.
Crew.
I know DJ Yellow was part of it.
He used to wear shiny suits and cared about music and stuff. And then,
Oh yeah.
you know.
The only reason I knew about that is because Eazy-E was dissing him on the whole album.
Yeah.
And then he had that picture in the booklet where Dr. Dre's doing the little pose, and then he's calling him out on he's like lipstick, lip gloss,
With all
Yeah.
the, with all
with
the
the little
rhinestones.
arrow. Yeah.
To go even further into that as well too, look at all the family members that Dre has lost too, really close to him, like his son and like all of them that have died just like mysteriously. And like the higher he climbs in that ladder, you know, like
He lost more people.
Yeah,
And
Because
people
of,
started hating, like towards the end, before Pac died, he was already dissing Dre.
It's like a sacrifice, like a ritual almost.
I remember he's like fucking calling him gay ass Dre and shit on
Yeah.
on like his last albums and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was a big like the fallout between them was specifically that Eazy-E was controlling the money, and when Dre broke out and did the death row thing, he signed into a whole nother kind of lifestyle. And once that was taken away, and he jumped ship, and then he went and did the Aftermath record label. He signed, just so you guys know, he signed probably 6 of the dopest rappers and shelved them all.
Yeah.
He had Busta Rhymes signed at the time.
Razzcast.
He had Razzcast. He had his name. He's from Philadelphia, and
Philly.
The Last Emperor. If you guys ever heard of The Last Emperor, he did a song called. It was about Marvel Comics and hip hop. It was called Secret Wars, and he also had Who was the guy that was? He was a RBX. Remember the white dude
Yeah.
back in the day, RBX? Yeah, he that dude. He had
RBX is dope as fuck.
Who signed him?
RBX is white?
RBX is a white dude. Yeah.
What? I never knew that fool was
Yeah,
white.
and he also had the Firm signed to Aftermath. So the Firm was Nas, it was Foxy Brown, it was AZ. I mean, he had a lot
yeah,
of
he
people.
did
signed.
have the
he
Firm.
he shelved all of those people. They never came out with
Who's
an
this?
album under Aftermath. Dr.
Well,
Dre.
He had a couple flops himself, like his own projects flopped when he first started Aftermath. They cover that on that documentary, the Defiant Ones,
Yeah.
HBO.
Yep.
He
Pretty
dropped
much
that, been there.
Yeah.
Done that. Hey, remember the
Wasn't
song
even,
Puppet
Crooked Eye with
Master?
them too?
Remember the song Puppet Master?
Yeah.
He had Be Real on there. He had RBX. It was him. Dude, that was a bunch of Illuminati
Bro, the main
stuff,
reason he
dude.
was recruiting all these dope ass rappers was for his own use, so they could write these dope verses for him, bro.
You know who was really
That was the
making his
trade-off.
beats? Hey, check out who was really making his beats. DJ Focus. Go check out that dude right there.
Focus. Three
Daz
Dots?
Dillinger.
Focus is like the dude who was doing all the ill stuff back then. and-
Daz did a lot for him.
oh, yeah. Daz produced whole albums.
So
and he
Warren G
never
pretty
got paid.
much found
He also had Scott Storch.
Scott Storch.
Oh,
Yep,
yeah,
that's another
on
big
the
one.
keys.
Yep.
But on Dr. Dre's The Chronic, Warren G, every sample you hear on that album was brought to him by Warren G pretty much, dude.
That's
and he
crazy.
told him not to give him credit at all on the,
and that's his
in
brother.
the album or nothing.
Yeah, it's his brother.
And then, dude, have you watched that documentary
Yeah,
about Warren G?
the
Yeah.
G-Funk. The
Where they
G-Funk
leave him, bro,
documentary.
like,
That
he
was
shows up to
whack.
the airport, dog, and they're like, dog, we don't got a ticket for you, dog.
Yeah, straight left him.
Snoop, Dre, they just left him, bro. And he's all sad, bro, he did, but, yeah,
He got
then,
on Def Jam.
then he met a Def Jam executive at some other little gathering. He was chilling with Death Row that day.
Dre was pissed that he got on too.
Yep. So he gave him that song that he had with that. Remember, smoking on some bud. That
that
shit was
was-
already
that was-
Indoor
that-
Smoke?
That was Endo Smoke. That
Endo
was by
Smoke.
Mr. Grimm.
So that shit was
Yeah.
already popping, like in Long Beach and shit. It was already a big song, and he gave it to the not even, bro. They went in the car, and the Def Jam executive put it on and signed him that day on the spot. He's like, I got a contract for you, homie. Just based off that song alone.
Yeah,
and he
that was
pretty
cool.
much saved Def Jam Records. They were about to file for bankruptcy, and his album went like triple platinum or some shit with the regulator.
G-Funk era.
Yeah, and they should try to strong arm him too, because he
It's a
had
fucking classic, man.
that song was part of Above the Rim soundtrack, which was on Death Row.
Yeah.
And he didn't want that song to be on, because
Suge Knight didn't want that song to be on
Yeah,
the.
because Nate was fucking with Death Row at the time, and
Yeah.
he's like, no, you can't be going. Like he was just a dickhead, bro, about all that.
And they grew up together too. So Nate Dogg and Warren G had grew up together. So he was like, "You can't tell me who to make music with." Yeah.
That was 213, man.
213. Yeah, Long Beach.
Iconic.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Warren would bring Dre Snoop CDs, bro, all the time, or tapes, and Dre wouldn't listen to him. He's just like, whatever, bro.
So they played it at a party once.
yeah,
huh?
go play fucking Micro Machines with your boy. Like, this is real man music. And one day he finally, I think they ran out of music. Some shit happened. I think Dre was doing a set, and somehow or another that tape got into his set, that Snoop song, and the crowd just went off, bro. Started, and Dre was like, "What the fuck? Who the fuck is this?" And Warren G's like, "Motherfucker, I've been trying to tell you about this dude. That's my boy Snoopy, And from then on, dude, he fucking had Warren G and Snoop move into his house, which he had a studio in there, and just started working on music, bro. And then that's when Snoop brought his homies, dog, fucking Corrupt, Daz. Started bringing the real motherfuckers in the game.
Dog Pound, as we would later know him.
Like, shout out to the DLC, man. He's big part of why Dre even made it. Like, his
He wrote
writing.
a lot of the verses.
Everything.
He gave Snoop Dogg that
Producing
cadence.
Yep.
To the delivery method.
Yeah, exactly. He's like,
He
dude,
could've-
he's like, your writing style, you write some dope shit, but the way you're delivering is trash.
He was like that 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 into the 4.
Yep, so
He's
that's
like,
DLC right there. That's DLC.
Because Snoop was more like a freestyle artist. He would just freestyle, kicking
Battle and
back,
shit, yeah.
blazing, drinking and shit. Yeah, good history, man. Hip hop history.
That was a
Gangster rap
dope. That was a
history.
dope time in history, especially for West Coast gangster rap.
Ooh.
It was like so many like dope fools on the pen, bro. Like, it wasn't just It was gangster rap because they're telling some stories about what they've witnessed, what they grew up on. You gotta think about it. These fools were like 17, 18 years old dropping these records. They haven't witnessed too much, as per se as older homie that even brings down stories and tells them why to stay off the streets. Now these fools report it to the rest of us. But yeah, if you're just if you're not listening, just hearing it, yeah, it's just gonna sound like a bunch of stupid shit because you're just gonna hear the motherfuckers, the bitches, this, that. But if you really pay attention to lyrics, most of the time, bro, there's a moral to the story most of the time. It's not just mumbo jumbo, unless you're a whack artist.
Yeah.
But we don't listen to whack artists around here. We don't listen to dope shit, right, Acro?
Yep.
And that's what's wrong with today's music, though. Too.
That is,
the
yeah.
message being portrayed is.
So you think that the record execs were the owners of prisons or whatever?
Not
Oh, no,
owners.
it's-
I just think they're allowed to.
They're invested.
Yeah, invested. Not,
So that's what I
not-
mean. So when the exec gets a certain type of vibe, be like, hey, bro, like you should promote more Xanax, or you guys should make your video, but make sure you wear a blue bandana. Mention you're a Crip once in a while, a little bit more.
These
You know,
private-
that way, you know, you're gonna be real to this, whatever the fuck they're, you know, they give them, and then here's a small check, bro. Here's 100 G's. Go fucking
Go start some beef.
Well, you got stock from
go
privatized
start some
prisons.
beef.
Go start some beef.
Yeah,
You can
exactly.
buy stock, you know, so it's a business. It's a public business.
Oh yeah, privatized prisons are one of the.
I just call them for-profit prisons.
100%.
They are.
For-profit. Not like that. I think when we say privatize, it goes around. It's like, just call it what it is. It's a for-profit prison.
That's a business. It's literally a business. It's like buying a fucking Walmart or whatever.
The whole privatized thing just comes from it not being a government service anymore, so it's in the private sector, so it's allowed to generate profit.
And now they're making money off the undocumented,
Undocumented
I don't-
immigrants.
aliens.
The aliens.
Whatever. Yep, the Greys.
Shout out to
Going.
Jamal Gray and
It's been going.
Miguelito. According to their calculations, they should have been here already. Good thing we got Acro. Acro, help yourself, bro. Grab a panecito, mira, un pan dulce.
They probably
little
can't
bread.
find any parking. Do they know there was
Oh,
the vendor
yeah.
parking? It's probably
Well,
all taken.
Well, we put signs in the front, like
Yeah.
parking's
Yeah, we
full,
got a-
park at the Safeway.
Did
We
you
got
give them the
the
vendor
bus.
passes?
We got the bus doing the.
Yeah, the bus is doing the shuttle.
Oh,
We got
okay.
420
shuttling
people.
Got that.
420 buses going around.
By the food
Yeah.
court?
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah.
just think
by the
about-
dog track, by the dog races.
Yeah, they're
There's
right
a
there.
dog- There's a dog track?
There's
Yeah.
three.
There's 3 dog tracks.
But only one's open today because it's the weekend.
The only one's open all the
The one
time.
you can
Only
bet
one
on.
lane is open.
One dog just chasing its tail.
It's the goat. It's the goat.
Oh, is there a goat here?
Yeah,
Yeah, there was a goat right there when
it's a
when I was
geep.
walking in.
It's a half goat, half sheep.
Is it gone?
No, it's still there.
I want to go look at it before
Yeah.
It's
we
a
leave.
geep.
It's called a geep. It's a half goat, half sheep.
Damn.
Whoa.
That's what I'm
That's
talking
crazy.
about. Is
I
that
thought-
have
I thought
strawberry in there?
We're gonna have to interview that because that sounds like a genetically modified sheep to me.
Yeah.
A geep.
A GMO human?
And the bottom half's black, and the top half is white.
Whoa.
What's your conspiracy you're holding there, Franco? I saw you open it
That's not
up.
conspiracy. That's
Stop
my
hiding
wiener.
it from us.
The CIA killed Bob Marley. Even the official account of Bob Marley's death is pretty weird. He died May 1981 after a toe injury from a soccer match revealed a lesion under the nail. Diagnosed with malignant melanoma, Marley refused to have the toe amputated. The cancer spread through Marley's body, eventually killing him. Conspiracy theories say it wasn't that simple. The CIA supposedly set their sights on Marley, whose growing influence and message of peace went contrary to its goals. The son of former CIA Director William Colby reportedly gave Marley a pair of boots adapted with a poison-coated copper wire near the toe. Some believe Marley tried on the boots and inadvertently sealed his demise. Others believe the CIA had already tried to make Marley tried to take out Marley with a sharpshooter who missed their target. Marley had in fact survived a 1976 assassin attempt by 3 gunmen at his home in Jamaica.
Bro, so they're saying that the government put some shit in his boot?
Yeah.
Some
Give
kind of
cancer?
poison?
Yeah, so
Weaponized
basically like a
cancer?
poison needle in the pair of shoes they gave him.
The butte.
But it had cancer on it? I don't know, that seems kind of wild.
It seems kind of far-fetched.
Let me read that part again.
Read that part again, yeah, because that's where it got me. I only know what Dead Press
The son
says.
of former CIA Director William Colby reportedly gave Marley a pair of boots adapted with the poison-coated copper wire near the toe. Oh, so it's poison.
All right.
Okay,
Coated
that gets
copper
from-
wire too,
yeah.
so it'll definitely
So,
Nice.
get in your pores.
Well,
So
he
they
was on the
poisoned his
watch
ass?
list, so
On the CIA watch list? Over what? For what?
he was a target on that COINTELPRO operation too.
Why is that? Why
They
was he a
tried to smear
target?
him because they organize large gatherings and protests. They have the power to.
Anybody
sway
that could
the
change
public.
the world.
What do you
like, that
think?
could reach
Because
people.
he was.
hold on.
Yeah, they have.
Hey, Acro?
Oh, hold on, hold on. We got a
Acro,
person in the.
where are you?
He's a little
Not
occupied.
yet.
Acro.
I was just gonna say that the CIA had that heart attack gun. I don't know if you guys ever heard about that.
Yep. Yeah, I have.
What was that?
It's
Who
a
had a
ray
heart
gun.
attack?
It was a ray gun that they could shoot at people,
And it plays
and
Billy
they
Joel.
could
Hard
shoot.
attack, tack, tack, tack.
They could shoot a few things, dude. They could do ones that was like a wavelength that would make you have a heart attack, or they would shoot like a when you clock the cars. Those have oh man, what's the word for it? It's like it'll give you
Radiation?
cancer, radiation. So they would shoot this radiation gun at you and give you cancer.
Damn, kind of like King J's happy radiation gun.
Man.
The one that
But
makes
the
you happy,
reverse.
but the reverse effect
Man.
makes you
Little
unhappy.
asterisk on the bag may cause cancer.
Like everything. Our phones probably say that right before you say okay.
Well, that's like the big debate with the whole 5G towers coming into play. You know, and how they're saying it's gonna give.
We don't know enough
chance of
about them, huh?
cancer.
There's a lot about radiation though, because your microwave pumps out radiation. Your cell phone has low levels of radiation.
Yeah.
That's why I make you wear
most
a
people
vest.
put their cell phones in their laps too, so it's just zapping your balls.
Boom, I'm zapping my balls
You
away
know
right
what I'm
now.
saying? Microwaving your balls.
Yeah.
I
I
don't
might have
want
little
kids.
alien babies now, all deformed with fucking little gray feet.
Hey, you're gonna get little gray nuts.
Comes out
You know
with
what I'm
fizz.
saying?
Comes out with fizz.
Dude, I'm gonna move that phone away from me.
See?
Hold this from.
I think the CIA might have killed Bob Marley just based on the fact that they already tried to assassinate him in his home, right? He got shot up a few times before. So yeah, the CIA had to definitely have something to do with that.
I don't doubt it.
Bob Marley did not die of cancer. 20 years ago, I would have been a Panther. You know what I mean? Shout out to Dead Prez,
Yep.
Dead Presidents.
Hip hop.
It was the deputy who shot him.
You think it was
After
a...
he shot the sheriff.
Oh, there you go, Brody.
That's how that went down.
Dr. Dre started Burning Man, according to Complex.com. Based on an old handwritten letter on a Tumblr page called Dr. Dre Started Burning Man, some people believe that Dr. Dre stumbled on an early version of Burning Man while scouting for video locations with director Hype Williams. In a letter to his girlfriend at the time, or boyfriend, he writes, "We met a bunch of crazy naked motherfuckers in the desert today. They were putting up some type of giant woodman." Then he adds, "Someone should get behind this shit and make some loot off of these fools." So the theory goes that Dr. Dre helped turn the small gathering into the massive event it has become today. And he continues to profit on to this day. Someone in Dr. Dre's inner circle denied the rumors in 2015 and told the Daily Beast Dr. Dre had no idea what Burning Man was, but hasn't done much to quiet the conspiracy.
Those things have gotten big, dude. It's
Bro.
like the whole city now.
70,000 people, and Mikey were saying that the tickets are $500.
We touched on that last week, remember?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I brought
Somebody
that,
mentioned Dr. Dre.
Yeah, I brought that up. It said Dre he paid for the first insurance policy on Burning Man.
Yeah, it says that he financed it too.
Yeah, yeah.
Damn, an old handwritten letter to his Jainita, or Jainito,
Yeah.
to Tupac. He's like, "Hey, Pac, let's get into this, Holmes."
Huh.
Pac's like, "Nah, Suge shot me."
Oh, snap. Blow the lid off that.
It was right after the Tyson fight, right? Who'd he fight that time? Mike Tyson.
It was somebody whack. It was
Frank Bruno.
It was like
She was a heavyweight.
it was somebody whack, man. It was like Tubbs or somebody, some like no name person.
Lil
There was
Tubby.
like a music video put out by the guys that claim to have killed Tupac. And they like walked the whole story out. And it's that guy Orlando that got jumped.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Oh, he died, right? Already.
Yeah. And then they tell the story of that dude, and it's like they show like the first person view of that fool getting jumped, and he gets up, and it's like his homies pick him up, they grab the strap, and they wait around the casino, and they wait to catch them fool slipping. And
It had to
was
be that
fucking
fool,
up.
man. It had to be.
Yeah, they were partying that whole time, and those fools were like, they were gangsters. You know, like,
Yeah.
They weren't making music videos and all.
Oh yeah, they were straight up gangsters.
Mm.
The dude they jump right with the
Yeah.
security cameras. It had to be them, dude. They had to
Yeah.
retaliate. I mean, why not?
In that video, they show them like they're all partying before, like how they're leaving Compton, heading to Vegas, you know, and how they're getting drunk and everything, and then like how they separate, and then that's when they run into Tupac, and all that shit goes down.
AKA Machiavelli.
What's that video called?
And they got it on film. I forget the guy's name, dude, but I'm pretty sure if you like Google Orlando
Bloom. Orlando
song or
Bloom's
whatever,
dick.
Orlando Bloom
Tupac
Hitman?
murder song or
You guys ever
something,
seen
and it
Orlando
came out.
Bloom's piece? Just his shadow, bro, alone will scare you. He's like on this boat with Katy Perry, and then you just see it from the side view. You're like, what the hell is that?
Hold
dude?
on. Back it up.
Orlando Bloom from Pirates of the Caribbean.
What about him?
He's got a piece on him.
What do you mean?
A piece, he hangs loose. He's got a.
Like his third leg is kicking?
Exactly.
So what do you think about the conspiracy? Do you think you got the big old hog?
Orlando?
Was that just a shadow effect, or was it real?
I gotta see, dude, because this is news to me
Let's
about
see if
Orlando
let's see if they
Bloom.
still have it. Orlando Bloom with, I think, Katy Perry.
What are they doing? On a boat?
Why do-
Apparently, he's laying down pipe.
Orlando Bloom, Katy Perry.
Boner?
Oh, should I put boner or dick?
I don't know.
Dick out.
Oh, it's Glasses Malone made that song, and it's called Tupac Must Die.
Dang, Glasses
Post Malone?
No, Glasses Malone.
Well, look at this. He's like, remember I asked to read that headline. If it was just a shadow illusion or it was real.
Orlando Bloom says his penis is, quote, really not that big. Calls naked photo of him paddleboarding with Katy Perry an optical illusion.
But it's blocked out on that. I'm trying to find like the actual one.
Yeah, it goes pretty low.
It does. That's a big block to block it out. Mine will be like a little speck.
I just got that official video for the Glasses Malone. Orlando Anderson. Official video.
Orlando Anderson?
That's the guy's name that
YouTube?
they jumped. Yeah, in Las Vegas. It says Glasses Malone, Tupac Must Die, Orlando Anderson official video.
Pac Anderson and Post Malone video. They did a remix.
Let's see.
Can you play it?
The song was cool. It's like gangster rap type
Bro,
stuff.
why do I they're all blocked out. I'm trying to find a non-blocked out version for you guys. Of Orlando
Safe
Bloom.
search on?
Is there such thing as safe search? Oh, nice safe for work right here. It was in 2016. I remember watching this video and telling all my comrades about it. Orlando's really blooming. I can't find it, dude. Why are we talking about Orlando Bloom anyway? What got us
You're
there?
infatuated with him?
Because he killed Tupac.
That's how it is.
Instead
Oh, he
of calling
killed
him
Tupac.
Orlando Anderson, he called him Orlando Bloom.
Yeah, I really think that happened though. I think that's who killed Tupac.
Also, that conspiracy is fake, though.
The Orlando Bloom.
Yeah.
It's really his fault. I'm trying to find it so you guys can
Well,
make
no,
your
he said
decision.
it's an optical
Yeah,
illusion.
but he's just being nice to the rest of us, dude. What do you think he's gonna be like, bro? I married Katy Perry and I got a hog. No, bro. And I'm fucking part of Captains of the Caribbean. What else do you want in life? A little dick? No. Yeah, I couldn't find it for our listeners out there. Make sure to try to find that Orlando Bloom. You know what I mean, Acro? Show it to your boys in school. Be like, check this out. This is what we need to look like. Not like these little Pee Wee Hermans and shit. Brody, what do you got on your conspiracy deck?
I got Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
What?
The idea that Stevie Wonder can actually see that he'd only been pretending to be blind as a publicity stunt was nothing more than a fringe sentiment before 2010. That's when Wonder on stage for a Paul McCartney performance at the White House East Room nonchalantly caught a mic stand that the former Beatle knocked over.
Oh, I seen that. There's a video of that. This fool catches the mic stand, bro, as it's falling over, and then there's one where he's stepping over like the cables and shit after his performance. I'm like, how the fuck does he see that? He's got like sensors in his shoes
Yeah,
or
it
what?
says, Wonder was reportedly blinded as a child when he spent an extended period in an over-oxygenated incubator after being born 6 months early. What? So he was born, what, in 4 months?
So they left him there. They left him in there too long.
3
Yeah,
months.
3 months.
3 months.
Dang.
For some reason,
He
the
dried
mic
out?
stand only confirmed that this oft-told origin story was a ruse. After all, Wonder is a regular at basketball games and has even expressed an interest in photography and buying an airplane. What? That's wild. He goes to
flies
basketball games.
Conspiracy theory, random fact.
Yeah, why does he go to basketball?
He's a regular
games?
at basketball games and has even
just
expressed an
bring him here, I'll
interest
be
in
like-
photography and buying airplanes.
Photography?
And buying an airplane.
They don't bring him
What?
to games, bro. They just bring him to cafeterias. And they just and Michael Jordan for the 3 game winner.
There he is right there.
Play a buzzer. Bang. All right, the game's over, Mister.
It seems
Mr. Blind
that-
Man.
To conclude, it says, it seems
Wonder-
that's just an
Wonder.
example of his offbeat sense of humor. Wonder has even had some fun with all of his conjecture about his site. In 2017, he said he intended to tell all, this year I will reveal the truth, which turned out to be that Stevie Wonder is actually blind.
This year I will reveal the truth.
That's a funny one. I like that conspiracy.
I like that
I
one
was gonna
too.
say I don't think that's a conspiracy. I think after a while his senses just got so heightened that
Like
he's
a bat?
well, no,
You
he's
could
like
actually
no,
see
he's
it in
like
his head?
Daredevil. He's like Daredevil.
He
You
can make
know
a
what I'm
movie in
saying?
his head, or
That fool could just like go through his whole house and know exactly where he's at and just like
Yeah, but what the hell is he doing at a
that.
basketball game? Because the play-by-play isn't even not good at the basketball game.
Networking.
Yeah.
Just
He's
cheer.
networking.
Yeah, it's like quiet.
Just hearing
and
the
he's,
cheers all day?
Yeah, it's Irving for 3, and then it's quiet, and then foul number 22.
He catches the vibe.
He catches the
Michael
vibe.
Jordan 4-2 to the line.
No, to add to
Nephilim.
what James was saying, my sister, she's deaf and legally blind, and she gets around like she knows her stuff's sad, and
The
I mean,
sense is
it's-
heightened
it-
like a mofo, right?
yeah, it's possible that they get a little bit more of a inkling or intuition of where stuff's at, and whatever.
You know what's crazy is those blind people that actually walk out on the streets with just those canes and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, they're always in downtown Phoenix,
Yeah.
bro. I'm like, what the hell? This
Yeah.
fool ain't scared. I
that's
can
what
see
she
it, and I'm
uses,
scared to
yeah.
fucking walk in those streets.
Yeah.
My sister uses that. But no, like the whole thing with the microphone, that was like his mic. So like he knows where it's at. So like, I mean, when somebody hits it, and when it's about to fall over, there's cables at your feet. Like he's on stage, you shuffle a certain way. You know
Sees
where
it like
the
the
way
Matrix.
stuff's. And he might not even be fully blind. He could be really, really hard of
Of seeing.
have really hardcore tunnel vision.
Throw on some night goggles and he sees
He's like,
perfect.
I just
Yeah.
called to say
Because I can't see
I
you.
see you.
But I can hear you.
Oh yeah, we'd like to thank our whole audience for joining us. It was a wonderful hour with the From the Great Beyond podcast. This is our first live experience. Oh man, look at that! It's
Man,
incredible.
thank you,
Yeah, we'll be
everybody.
signing autographs at
Well,
the
don't
door.
leave yet, everybody. We got a good show for you coming up after this. Tell 'em about
Oh,
it.
Yeah,
yeah.
so yeah, don't leave yet. We're gonna have the Phoenix Funkeros get down on the 1s and 2s. They're about to spin some of the funk in your trunk. That what is it? That junk, that funk
That-
for your trunk,
Yup.
the finesse for your stress,
Yup.
the steal for your deal,
Yup.
The glide for your stride.
the glide for your stride,
Yup.
the pet for your step.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna go on first?
Who's gonna go on first, fellas? You. Mars One's
Mars
gonna go
One.
on first.
Hell yeah.
Hey, we're
So-
recording it too.
Yeah, we're gonna record
Alright,
this
cool.
set.
Yep.
Rare
We're gonna be
jams.
selling it on USB drives after the show for $10.99 a USB.
Yeah,
So everyone
get it
who
while they're
enjoys
hot.
it out there.
That includes
Get in
a,
line.
that includes a strand of hair from either mine or
Mars
Mario's
One's
beard.
beard.
White or black.
Whatever. Yeah.
And then we'll have you guess, see if you could guess whose hair that was, and then we're gonna take it through a DNA test. And if you're
Yeah.
right, you win a laser pack from
On
Jamal,
Ancestry.com.
which is a water bottle and a
Hey,
magazine.
Ancestry.com is gonna test it for free. They're gonna
Yeah, they
come on and
sponsored us.
see if they're Nephilim.
All right, ready? At the count of 3, we're gonna say from the great beyond. 1, 2, 3.
From the great
beyond. Goodbye.